Let's make a pizza with me for dinner. It's been a long time. We haven't eaten one. And today I decided to make 3 of them. So here we got the base. Like you can make it by yourself, but we bought this at the store, so it's gonna be a lot faster. First, I'm going to add in this is the tomato sauce. And use like a spoon to spread the tomato sauce all around the base. I want to show you how to make the easiest pizza possible. I've just spent this entire afternoon preparing for my exam. Like I counted and I only got like 23 days left, which is not a lot. But besides studying, you also have to spend at least a bit of time for like relaxing, or else you'll get burnout. Yeah, I think that's enough sauce for this base. And the next step is I'm going to add in some sausage. I'm going to add in a lot of sausage. This is the easiest like pizza because you just need like a pizza base, some sausages, and later on I'm going to add in some mozzarella cheese. So yeah, I'm going to add this really quickly. I think my tactic for the remaining 3 weeks to prepare for my exam is to set up a goal. Basically I just write down what I will do in the last 23 days. Like what I have to finish and what knowledge I will have to, remember in order to prepare for the test. So now I'm going to add in some cheese. Here's a box, like here's a container of cheese. So I'm going to use my hand, of course. You have to wash your hand before doing all of this. Oops. It went on my shirt. Okay. Add in some cheese. Bit more. We got a lot of cheese, so you can add like as much cheese as you like. It's gonna melt and it's going to enhance the flavor. I want to spread it equally. Okay. So yeah, now let's move on to the second plate. I think that's enough. So now what we'll do is we will carry this to the oven and we're gonna bake it. So let's go with me to the oven, shall we? So here's the oven. I'm gonna open it and I'm gonna carefully put this in the oven. Okay. And close the oven and we're gonna bake it. So we actually have like a special button for the pizza. And yeah, it's baked. Now let's continue making the second pizza. Here's the second one. So while making this, let's talk, right? So yeah, I talked about making some goals for the remaining days. And I think if you apply this, it's gonna be a lot better because you don't have much time. So instead of just learning endlessly and you don't actually have a goal of what you're going to achieve, it's important to make daily goals. Like today, you're going to be able to finish 2 tests, or you'll have to finish this specific unit. And by making a goal, it's going to be a lot better because by then you'll learn a lot more and you can actually keep track of what you're doing instead of just endlessly study and do what's ever on your mind. Like, it's actually really important to make goals. And I think we all know what that's supposed to mean. Okay. So I'm going to add in sausages like always. And I think the key to a good test, like a key to prepare for the exam, is to be able to refresh your mind once in a while. It's not very wise to learn 5 hours straight and not exercise and just sit. Like I've actually done that before, and you're studying, it's actually going to be counterproductive because at first we may think that, oh, if I study a lot, it will mean that my score is going to be great. That's not always the case, because sometimes if you study a lot, but you don't actually have a goal and you don't take small breaks, it's going to be counterproductive. And it's not going to always be what you thought. Now I'm going to add some cheese. Okay, nearly done with the second one. And the next step, like the next thing I think tonight I'm going to do is I'm going to separate my time. So for example, this afternoon, I spent my entire time to learn some English. So which means this afternoon, I will continue to learn some math. So it's also very crucial for you to separate and divide your time equally for each subject, because I believe each subject is equally important. And if you learn something too much and neglect other subjects, it's also going to be counterproductive too. Like you may think that you're good at English and you neglect that subject, but it's also important to practice some mock tests every once in a while. Okay, nearly done with the cheese. Just a bit more in this part. All right, I'm done with the second pizza. First pizza is actually ready. So I'm going to open it and use this knife to carefully pull it out. Oops, it's burning. Okay, close it carefully. So here's the pizza. Delicious, right?